Alright guys, welcome back. It's been way too long, but we're finally getting finished with the trim project of the living room. Pulled the last of the old trim off, and now we are putting up the new trim. I just went with a cheap MDF. Oh, you just want all the attention, huh? All the attention, don't you? You're worse than the dogs. Yes, you are worse than the dogs. But, anywho, I just went with some cheap MDF this time. Not my proudest moment, but in this economy, what can you do? We are here for the struggle, boys. And struggling we are. Because I don't even know what the heck I'm going to do with all this. I don't know what I'm going to do with you because you were in my way, as usual. Well, we'll get to it. That one needs to be cut. So we'll start with this piece. Oh, the fun-filled task. Try and get as much of this done before the missus gets home because, well, I'd rather spend my time with her than doing this project. I'll get that. Oh boy. You'll see what I'm working with here, guys. That is as tight as up as I can push it, and I still end up with a gap. Normally I would say this needs to be sanded down, but I happen to know in a 100-something-year-old house, it's not just that, because if I push it flush to the bottom, there's my gap. Oh boy. And this is why all my nails keep pulling out on all my other projects. So here we are, using the poor man's nail gun. I know everybody's got to hate on Ryobi, but honestly, for homeowners, you don't need a whole lot more. Just punching brad nails in here. Don't tell me what the technical term is. I took wood shop for 8th grade. That's about all the more experience I have. I think I mentioned in a couple other videos, we didn't have a lot of shop classes offered because when I was in high school, they were always pushing the STEM, and now they're building a school for the trades. Funny. But we'll get this nailed in. Try and get as many of these 8-footers in before I have to do the cutting and measuring part. What do I say? If you're not a good welder, you better be a good grinder. I don't know what being a bad framer is, what the substitute for that is. Maybe it's excavation. I don't know if I'm any good at that though. But yeah, I got the first one in, and we'll come back with the rest. My favorite tape, the Stanley Power Lock. Well, not favorite tape. Stanley Fat Max is my favorite tape, but I think 25 foot is just about perfect for everything you're gonna do within the home. You need anything more than that, they come with 30 and I think 35 foot in the Fat Max. But that's more for doing like layouts and anything like that. For like bigger projects and actually framing. But for homeowners, 25 foot's perfect and honestly almost overkill. My son just likes to measure out how long the room is. He has a lot of fun with that. wonder if the battery's running low. That wouldn't bode well for the project. Nope. Maybe I actually hit a stud. That'd be a first. Driving these nails into old lath and plaster walls. It's a 50-50 shot if you're ever gonna hit a stud, because the stud finder does you no good. That's half the fun of it. Oy. And no, this is not a how-to. This is me just documenting my life, so that way when I'm old and senile, I'll remember what I did. More or less. Maybe I don't want to remember this kind of stuff. It's actually laying pretty smooth here. Alright, now the fun part. I think that's everything that's going to take an 8-footer. And now, it's time to start cutting and measuring. Measuring and cutting. Measure 3 times. You'll still have to cut twice. That's my words of experience. Well, we'll get working on that. And yeah.